Hey, hi, I'm NHOAH. You're watching Block Rebel. I'm looking forward to seeing you outside somewhere again.
We are today at the studios of NHOAH. This is where the magic happened, NHOAH. Thank you for having us today for an interview.
Same.
Today we're gonna speak about your debut album West Berlin, and it's kind of your personal story. You say it's an album of utopia, it's an album of hope, that it's not too late even though it's too late. What do you mean by that?
Okay, I'm an original Berliner. I'm born and raised here, and West Berlin was always a very special place. I mean, there were all these dance mats and military refugees and gays and lesbians escaping elsewhere because of the pressure, and they were always very special people, and this this attracted a lot of artists like David Bowie and Depeche Mode and whoever was here, and also it produced very special music, like I just named Einstürzende Neubauten and Klaus Schulze and whatever. I raced in this maelstrom, and it really left a lasting mark on me, and I felt always special, but don't, because I live here, and the whole thing was also surrounded by a wall, and the East Berliners outside, just right outside the door, could not join into this club, this very special club of West Berlin. And especially because clubs, bars, discos were open all night long. There was never a closing time. And so I really grew up in this, and when the wall came down, there was this free spirit still alive, this very special feeling of Berlin.
And what is it about this utopian?
All right, this is a feeling of utopia was always here, a very special spirit, what drove the city, and especially also drove me. And I'm a very optimistic person like that. And when the wall came down, there were even more free places, even more like clubs. The techno movement came up, and the initial idea of the Love Parade was also something what was, I think, maybe only can happen in Berlin. But now it changed a lot, and I think many people came in with money and bought out the spirit, and I don't know why nobody is fighting back. And I'm a little bit afraid of that the spirit is gone, and maybe already gone. And in between this, asking myself, is it still there? Because I'm full of hope. I'm always full of hope.
That's very good.
But on the other side, it's like maybe I'm too optimistic. And so there came up a lot of music, transforming and transporting this feeling, and that is especially in one song what is called Red Sky Blue Heart. I think it's expressed in just one line. It's this openness, this open wide possibility, this promising freedom of everything is possible. So the red sky is there, but meanwhile I have already a blue heart, because I'm not sure if it works out like I hope still.
Yes.
And so I also did 2 songs for that. One is also very driven, beat driven, and has this optimistic feeling, and the other one is really tough, and it has this impact of the blue heart much more.
You ask yourself why nobody's fighting back. What would you suggest? How to fight back? Is there a solution? Is it that easy to fight back, or?
That would have needed a person or several persons really caring about the city. I know I'm not a politician, I'm a musician, and I only can express myself and delivering ideas, just ideas. I know it's hard to have an idea and to work it out in a proper way. The funny thing is, Berlin is not a place for money. So it was quite easy for people who just have completely different ideas to pop by and buy everything. And that changed a lot. I mean, it's maybe already too late for that. I don't know how to handle it. I just can really say it's an important moment to take care about the city. Otherwise, we lose this spirit completely.
This creative spirit.
The creative is just something like, it's just a name anymore, right? There's always creativity in the city, that's true. But in some ways, it's for me like a promotional headline now. And because people like me, and there are many others, are really considering about to leave the city, and this is a shame.
Yes.
And to be honest, all those artists who came by and were famous, in the end, everybody left. And I hope I won't do it, but I'm very close to. And Berlin, please.
More soul for the city, please. Thank you. You spent 2 years being now in your studio. You spent 2 years of your time and energy to explore the latest software and the development of it, and finally you found out how to mix up the analog way you produced with the digital new way. At the beginning of this journey you went, was it that clear that you're gonna produce an album?
You see all this stuff. This is what grew up with me and went bigger and bigger. But to handle this stuff is always restricted to have such a place. And I'm traveling a lot, and I would love to produce on my way to shows while I'm DJing in other cities, and I need my stuff. And there's a great development in the years, last years happened. What many ideas I had, I could not work out with this equipment. And nowadays there is coming up every day a new kind of software what brings solutions I always wanted to have. And this led to a production I did with this album. There's production-wise a lot of new developments included. You hear things you could not do before, and I had, just to be honest, I had one completely break, 1 year off to just learn and rehearse with the new stuff. And now I made, in a way, I made an album on the go. It's about West Berlin, it's about Berlin, it's about my feeling as an original Berliner. But finally I did it in Vienna. Most of it I did in Vienna, and I see I needed this place to be somewhere else, to have a clear view on what happened. And all this new gear, software stuff, and this is what I usually carry with me in my rucksack. Yeah, that's it, and some headphones. And often I have my modular system with me, what is still in Vienna and not here. And that helped to express this new album in a proper and a very good way. I'm really happy about this.
So it was a process after all.
It was a very long process, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, the production and the compositions went fast, quick. It just bursted out of me.
When was the time?
That was last year in March. Okay. I only did the whole album in only 6 weeks, so this never happened to me before.
Okay.
Later it took a very long time to mix it and arrange it, but I did all the compositions in just 6 weeks. This is amazing. Usually I need years.
So coming up to that, you told about yourself that you sitting between of two worlds, the world of the underground and the world of pop music. How did that affect your album?
Yeah, I think it's always in me. This kind of sitting between the seats. What is for my opinion a very good thing. For others, it's maybe like you're not in the right position. But I like the position to be in between somewhere. And so I also, when I composed the album, I figured out it's always like it was ever. It was like, again, it wasn't not that and not that. It was something new. And we made this album also, as you can see here. And we put it in two colors. What is red for pop music? I mean, pop is a kind of time-dependent expression, and it's like love declaration for a nut ice cream. It's the unhealthy moment. Is still worth considering. And on the other side, we have this gray color, what is club music. So I split it into club music, and there's a gray vinyl as well, what is running on 45 RPM and has club tunes on it. On the other hand, I named those songs I already played to you, this very tough one, pop music, what is not really true, but it is a time-dependent saying. And so I put this in red, and we split both West Berlin pop, club, red, grey, and I think this expresses myself. I'm in the middle, I'm like affected by all of that.
Very nice. After so many years as a musician and a person who had his own projects worldwide and with well-known co-productions like Bronski Beat, M from France, and the Tango Work project, which is yours. April 2018, your debut album will be released. Why now?
yeah, that's true. 2 weeks ago, I had I had a nice conversation with a person who told me that he likes to wait until his work is really good on such a level that he can say, okay, now everybody can look, it's great, don't do it too soon. And maybe this took decades in my situation. I don't know. I always worked with other people, and it's the first moment that the music is such a personal thing that I can say and declare, this is just NHOAH, that's only me. There's no way to discuss the music or the lyrics with somebody else. It's really my deep insight, what is expressed. And even if it is funny, I think I shouldn't have done it earlier.
Is it something that most people write a book about the biography?
Maybe that's it.
Is it some kind of that you
that's
tell
true.
your story?
I never thought about that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That you're going back and coming and realize what is now, right now.
And then also, funny-wise, I was asked by an artist from New York if I can write some personal stories for a book which shows people from New York, Prague and Berlin. And I noted down 2 stories out of my life. And when I read through the stories, they were funny, and also that was me in such an honest way that we also included this in the album. And we put the stories inside, and I think this is a kind of complete picture. It shows my background, also my behavior and how I feel, and this in combination with the new music, I think this is a kind of statement where I can sign it with my name.
With your whole name.
Yeah. Just this short, whole only name, NHOAH, right?
Where do you see Berlin in 20 years?
Oh, don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. In the moment, I'm so full of really heavy thoughts about Berlin that I
Would you share them with us?
Oh no, I think I originally told you
Yeah.
some of them. This is the main thing. This is the main thing. I moved through many parts during my life in the city. So I was raised in Wedding, then I moved to Steglitz, what is in the south of Berlin. Then I moved later to the Kantstraße, and then I was in the middle of West Berlin. That was the place to be. Later I went to Mitte, what is later on, that was the place to be. Now I am back in Wedding, and I have the feeling that I finished the circle, and that I maybe should have a break and watch for somewhere else.
So you personally could imagine to move
to
another city?
On the other hand, it's not easy. I mean, here's my family. All
Yes.
my friends are here. Or not all of my friends, but many of my friends, and it's kind of my heart really gives a pain feeling when I think I leave the city. Maybe I return quite soon, but in the moment I'm carrying all the city. I'm like a kind of ambassador outside, and I'm happy with this.
And then you go out and you made actually an album about Berlin.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
When you were moving away. So yes. Thank you, NHOAH, for that. Thank you for having us in your great studio, and have a happy release and happy tour. You're gonna tour with your album in the clubs. Can you about say where you're gonna start?
In Vienna and Berlin. These are the places where it happened first, so I will play there
So
first.
watch out for Vienna and Berlin. Some dates we will announce. So thank you very much. Maybe you wanna play a song again for us, so we can have a party time now.
I play a song what's called "What Happened in Berlin."